if a seed truck went down this road or something, but it was covered in birds. Luckily they all got out of the way. I almost got one in the door glass, but they honored the agreement we have with the birds. So we're going to see Sonicstang again, work on it and things. You can't tell I'm a little exhausted, and I can't say I'm stressed out about this, because if we don't make the race, there's more races this year, and I mean, it's just cool that the car is going to get running and, you know, get to make videos with it and stuff. And I do like the car. I never, well, I did kind of not like it for a while, but I don't know. The S15 is a really cool truck that I like to cruise, and we had the shit horse, so I didn't really have the appetite for the Sonicstang, but now I do, and now we're finishing it. The only two things I'm going to do when I get there are make the ground for the battery better. Right now it just goes to a back part of like the body, like a cut off piece of the old trunk floor, and that's where they had it, and that's as long as it could reach, so I just left it like that for yesterday. I also don't have an engine ground right now, which it's solidly mounted, you know, steel mounts, bolts into the engine. The engine is painted, so like it might not be the best for conductivity, so I'm also going to add a ground wire there, and I have some large gauge wire ready, so it shouldn't take too long. I'm just going to have to find or drill some holes, bolt it on, and hopefully it'll turn over quicker then, and then the rest should take care of itself. Ripping down the back roads as usual, my favorite thing to do, and with any luck this thing's gonna start up. And I started hyping it up last video about how long it's been since it's ran or even had fuel in it, and yeah, it's definitely a thing. It's kind of overtaken by my drive to get it finished, and just, you know, I'm just head down forward right now, working till 4 a.m., 5 a.m. on it, on weekdays and weekends. But hey, I like it. That, you guys always ask what did I need to make the Sonicstang, like, you know, something I wanted to do again. This being like a game and a rush, that is definitely a thing that tracks throughout my whole life, an interest of mine. So yeah, hopefully we can win this game. I'm not counting this out, I'm not trying to give myself an out, but I mean, it's not like we're going to Miles of Mayhem or something and I paid hundreds of dollars and made all these plans. If the car isn't ready, or even if it runs, but I don't think it's like good enough to race, it's still gonna be an awesome weekend at the track. That's this Friday coming up, Gimli. Rob's gonna have his car there, Clayton's not gonna have his car there, Riley's gonna be racing in the race and have his car there, possibly a Pete. Christian is gonna have his car and maybe both his cars. So if you've never been to the track, definitely a cool day to come check it out. Gimli, Manitoba. It's a good time if you like cars, and you can definitely check all the stuff out in person in the pits and whatnot. And by the way, I do realize I'm very lucky to have Rob and Clayton as friends. I do a lot for them as well, but yes, they help me out a lot and do a lot for me that, you know, I couldn't do without them, kind of a thing. So yeah, they are great. Thanks for pointing it out. But let's get to the car. All right, so just putting a tune in the old Sonicstang here. Just changed the injector flow rate because we have decap injectors on it. I don't know if we've ever mentioned, but it has decaps that were on Riley's car. He's letting me borrow. See how I like them and stuff. Changed that, put the 3-bar map upgrade on it just now because I was seeing the map was reading 40 kPa at without it running, which it should be 99 or, you know, atmosphere. So hopefully that'll be different. I changed the VE table because it made it all one number after the upgrade. So check your VE tables, boys. And I added a ground cable back here like I was saying. Or repositioned it rather. So it's right there. Like I said, the fuel pump one is right there. This bar is probably, you know, a really good point to ground with how it's all welded into that. Thanks. What else? Should be ready to go. We're gonna try crank it again once this tune gets in here. It's gonna leak a bunch of fuel out of here because we still haven't fixed that. It leaks a lot less than it was, but it leaks enough or little. It's not that bad of a leak that we can't start it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, I bought a gallon of paint.
Yeah. So prepare yourselves.
For my car, and that's a gallon. That's enough to paint a whole car. I'll put your face near that outlet where the turbo
like there's already fuel coming down the back of this bracket.
who's
Coming out of this fitting?
Wow! Wow, got spark.
Yeah. Who made these lines? Like, why are they leaking?
We tightened the shit out of them and. What's good thing you
Just
moved
before he started, Rob says, "Don't put your face."
Yeah, and then a huge fireball shot out.
Was that out of the exhaust?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Almost.
Hey Mike,
Go talk to him.
What, is something wrong?
no, I just.
Well, let's give the starter a little break. Maybe we can hook the bigger booster box on it now.
It seems to me like it's having a hard time turning over.
Ours?
Starters.
Well, that's what they're doing. So either it's the starter or it's the battery.
The battery is small and far away.
I think it's leaking out of here, and it's just going on both
It
sides.
might be dripping down the side.
Go again, Mike?
Did
'Cause
you
it
put any
comes-
PST on these?
Yeah, it's coming out of this one too.
They look naked.
Like,
Sometimes
I don't know.
these.
Those are
Sometimes
so
these.
fucking tight.
Tape, do you have
sometimes
Teflon tape?
Alright, so I made some changes to the
What?
tune. We're gonna try to start it
I'm
again.
gonna video this, but it
With
wasn't.
any luck, it'll start.
It wasn't. It looked like it was zoomed in, but I don't think.
It needs like. A fresh
Yeah, do we
one.
need to boost it a bit, maybe?
I'll move Mom's car and you pull up behind Mom.
I don't know why it's like going through the
You pull where Mom's car is.
throttle body though.
And we'll run booster cables.
That seems weird, unless it's just because it's not cranking over fast enough. See, told you.
Shitty battery.
Maybe not the best idea with a gas-covered valley, but the camera turned. Too much horsepower.
Jeez, that was loud.
Where's it? What do you mean gas covered valley?
It means because there was gas.
Oh fuck.
It's all gone now.
Woo!
Well, it runs.
It runs.
It like.
Just
I
needed
like
some new. Instantly,
I was
holding it.
Well, I was first trying to like when it kind of started, I was trying to give it a little throttle, and then it just didn't want to stay running. And I thought, okay, I'll just try not touching it.
It was it was giving it too much fuel, obviously.
Valve train.
Do you think?
Well, yeah,
do you think
with
it
an
was
open
pumping
down
just
or
'cause it's cold.
yeah, he was dumping too much fuel probably.
Wow, it could be lots
The
of-
tune is like very,
Yeah.
not done at all. But it does run.
I mean, a normal, good running engine, if it had.
I was
open
logging, so we can look at that
manifold,
after.
it would shoot fire out the. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So it's obviously not tuned, but it started.
That's all we needed. That's all we.
Let's have a drink.
Wow.
We weren't drinking.
Sure, but
I'm not. I quit.
celebration, anyways.
I think we should celebrate.
There you go, guys.
It's awesome.
Well, we got here to get.
10 years we waited for this. We can't have a drink.
Well, we'll do it again in a minute.
Well, you got heat
Can
and
I take
shoulder
the
head.
sticker off?
Better cool down.
No. That signifies the
God,
flashiness.
I can't handle it.
that it's made from.
There's
I don't-
stickers all over
I
the
don't think
water
we're even
pipe.
gonna wash it if we take it to the track.
That's what I said. He said if you take it to the track,
Barn
you can't,
find.
can't even wipe the
Well,
windshield.
it's fuel injected. You can just hose the whole engine bay down. Isn't that the whole benefit of this?
I think it needs a wipe, probably, not a hose.
You know?
Couldn't you just put in the shit horse tune in there?
Can't you just put on the two-step already?
Well, it doesn't have one because that thing's a piece of shit.
You gotta
As they
get
found
one. How
out
are, you
last
gonna,
night.
how are you gonna race without a two-step?
He's got good brakes in the back.
Yeah, and then I'll just get into the second valve on the trans brake. And yeah, hopefully
I
the
think we have a
timing will be
video of me
right.
doing that, don't we? With the three-step?
You can feather it.
Exactly. Feathering it, brother.
Clayton, you know, he's been doing that for how
But also the other thing is keep in mind this transmission and converter with like the engine that made a lot more power. I mean, if the turbo spools up, this will make more power, but it only stalled at like 3,200 RPM with this converter, so it's tight. You know, it might kind of just.
Yeah, but you know what? This
We'll see.
Yeah.
this turbo will
Hopefully we
will
see.
spool like I'm sure it'll spool really fast.
They say it's unspoolable. The T6 with the 132 AR, everyone says it's garbage shit. I bought it because it was cheap and it looks big, so you know, size counts.
big.
It's garbage shit.
Yeah.
When I had that turbo on my car, as I pressed into the throttle, it would start spooling.
Wow, that's
You'd have been
encouraging.
better with probably like a buck 70 at 75 even. With
Wow.
Oh, this
Yeah.
turbo's
Probably, yeah.
perfect. You're not gonna
a-
make any power
a
with one of those little turbos.
Billet S480 would have been nice. But
Yeah,
Make
exactly.
750, 800 horsepower and spool like that.
No.
Oh yeah.
I agree with this turbo choice. 100%. It'll spool fine. No problem.
No, but seriously, I would
so there's the exhaust,
fire
guys.
it up and put it in gear.
Wow, you sure
Like
you
I
want
said,
to
I
do
would try
that?
to add
But have
some,
you
That's a
checked the
lot for one night.
Gas brake.
add
That's
some,
not wired
add
yet.
some timing to the like
Base
idle
timing.
base timing.
Yeah, I'll look at the tune.
Because like I said, to me it sounds like it's like low on timing basically, right? And that could be why it's popping like that too. Because the timing is too retarded when it's running.
Mike's got some moisture there.
Like, it's just residual. Or something.
I mean, it definitely wasn't.
It's a little wet,
It wasn't
but-
cooling up fuel like it was.
It could just be a residual.
well, I mean, it's.
Clayton
Yeah.
sure thought he was hot shit until it was Juan
I'm done
Valdez
with
of
that.
gasoline.
That's as good as it gets. That's the third time I've had that thing apart.
Whoa! I mean, shot sparks out the front. Battery charger back on because I think it's turning. It's just not enough. Yeah, it's spinning over.
Rather large.
That was a fucking boom.
Jeez. You'd almost think like a wire wasn't on the right place or something, but I checked it like 3 times last night.
So it seems like it idles fine.
Yeah. It could just be the fueling and maybe the injector setting I gotta mess with.
Where's your coil ground going to?
It goes to the back of the head.
Check that. Harder than this one.
I know with mine.
Is
that
there
time-
water in the rack?
The ground is the same for both
Yeah.
though.
The blocks
Oh.
filled up to
Uh,
as far as we could.
well, we'll have to check for power and maybe these are
My phone's
backwards. They could be.
Oh yeah.
Like if you went.
Because the injector harness, yeah, the injector harness, you know, the colors on the internet, it says all for the driver's side, it doesn't say the passenger side. And I thought it was the same, maybe it's reversed. So we'll change that, we'll try it again. Well then.
It's gotta do something.
That's better.
All right, so that's now a successful NA startup. 1 day behind schedule, but
Well,
that's okay.
It did theoretically fire yesterday.
Yeah.
Just didn't start.
Yeah.
Don't just you keep wiping it with your finger.
Rob
grab a
tightened
wrench.
it again.
I did. I didn't see a drip there. Was there still wet?
Yeah.
Because there was a.
It looks to me like it's leaking from the back of this fitting now.
This fuel pressure regulator is just giving
Well,
us
it's not the regulator issue. Then if it's
fittings,
finished,
I guess.
It's not leaking that bad.
What's a little drip between frames?
Exactly. It's not like it's gonna catch on fire like Ryan's truck. So the coils were just flipped.
Yeah, like they were just plugged in wrong. That's all.
Basically, this coil harness.
Yeah.
If there's a stock thing, it'd be there. These go to the coils, and there's a purple wire at one end and a red wire at one end. And on that side, the purple goes to the front and red at the back. On this side, I guess it's reversed.
Yeah, it is.
Apparently.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, which rings a bell now
Because
that.
I think when I first did my wiring, that's one of the first things that I screwed up is that I wired it like that.
Yeah.
I wired this one, like you said, purple to red or whatever. Then I did the other side because I totally rewired them because I put them underneath. And I did the exact same thing, and I'm like, what the crap? And then I figured it out. Oh, they have to go the other way. And then I turned them around, and then it still didn't work. And then it was a bad ground. So I had 2 issues. But there we go.
Smells like fresh engine.
Well, it runs.
Except it was like a stillborn for 5 years, but now it's alive.
there's no like
It didn't run. It wasn't super
ridiculously
rich.
loud valve.
Oh no,
train
the
noise
valve
or
train
No,
sounds nice
yeah.
and quiet. Everything
This is the quietest LS I've ever heard.
I mean, granted, there's an open
Yeah.
hole right
But I put my ear to the
Yeah,
like
but you
valve
can't
cover,
hear
and
any
you can't hear
valve
any
train
ticking or anything.
Usually, like as soon as you start them up, you just hear like clacking, and then it slowly goes away.
Well, built at RFG.
Old Bendy comes through again.
Yeah, no.
Comes through supreme.
The Chinese head studs are bendy to like 100 foot-pounds.
Tink.
It's ready for some boost. The rings are gapped to like 36 or something.
Needs some boost.
36. Holy.
Yeah, we're gonna
100,
Yeah.
100 PSI
bend these
boost.
gen through.
Don't break your ankle on that ring.
No wonder there's smoke coming out of that
Yeah.
hole there.
Fuck you.
Wow, yeah, it's gonna have a
You,
little
you, you better put some dash 20.
breather lines. Yeah,
Need some cylinder.
the breather is definitely one thing I have in the parts. I have fittings for that, but that's not gonna get done before the race. We're probably gonna do a couple more things to the car tonight because I'm out here, and it's still Monday night, and the race is on Saturday, and we want to go Friday night to the track. So
We should have checked the transmission quick.
yeah,
Well,
whatever.
I mean, I checked it before and it was like lots.
Tomorrow we'll have
no. I meant
just
like,
gears,
putting
yeah.
Oh, well, you can do that.
Tomorrow we'll have the belt, and I'll wire the fan relay tonight, so then we'll have a cooling system tomorrow, so we can run it a bunch. And
Yeah, now that it's run through the motor,
that too, I guess. Yeah.
it's down to like add a liter.
Okay.
Do you guys ever have problems with those pushing out those dipsticks?
Only when you block off the vent.
Or like
I put a shop rag around the shit horses
Oh,
once
yeah,
and
yeah.
made a pass, and it shot it out.
We
Yeah.
also haven't tried 35,000 string gap yet either.
Step 1.
Success.
Yeah, the NA startup. We're hoping Wednesday is turbo
a
startup.
couple things blew out of there. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Started it. So.
And yeah, I don't know, just less things to focus on. So until next time, yeah, this is a big video. Woo!
Check you
My
later.
excitement will come out later, but once we're
As
racing,
excited as we were at the no prep with Pete. Remember that?
yeah,
I'm pretty excited. This is as excited as I get.
exactly. Same with me. Yeah, no, this is pretty sick.
Cool.
And hopefully that fireball makes a good thumbnail. So, all right, until next time.
Check you later.
They say we got to make a shirt of that, eh? Check you later.
Gap
So we
ties
can
by
have
MS3.
piles of shirts in the base.
Yeah,
So we can
shirt.
get more.
Shirts for sale. Message Clayton on Facebook.